Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Sable episode number 1. I've had this game for a long time. I'm looking forward to giving it a go. This game came out in 2021. It's kind of an open world exploration type game. So let's just go. Very cool. Got a kind of a post-apocalyptic look to it. Oh, gross, cockroach. Gotta have roaches, right? Oh, I wonder if that's our character. Hey, Half a Bee, how you doing this morning? Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Oh, are we? Doesn't it look like she's missing her left arm from that angle? Okay, ceremony. Hey, Sunny, good morning. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Oh, man, she can jump. I'm going to say this is a low gravity world. Oh, look at this. Gorgeous. Wow. Like the painted desert. Oh, I love the art style of this game. Very cool. Alrighty, can she jump all the way down there? Oh, yep. I'll tell you guys, the jumping is crazy. It really is like low gravity kind of business. Oh! The Ibex camp. Okay. Like Palia, the stamina thing, Sunny? It's kind of interesting. How is it that Sima manages to contain so much chaos? Ah, okay. And verve in so small a form. Even now, there is something troublesome being dreamed up behind that mask. I know it. So at least we have more than one person in the game. Oh, cutscene. I can feel Jodie smiling behind her mask, just as I know she can feel the teeth-baring little grimace behind mine. I'm nervous, and she's softly, sweetly amused. In her eyes, I probably have very little to worry about. You know you have nothing to worry about, don't you, Sable? I shrug, but any attempts to act casual are fruitless. The movement is jerky, and I don't think I've ever been more aware of my little shoulders. What? She laughs. I mean it. But I do know how you are. You're going to be nervous until you've started, and then you'll act like you've been doing it your whole life. Remember the first time you rode a bike? You wouldn't even let me put you on the seat. You were so afraid. Your hands were like little claws gripping onto me. I feel the memory in my fingers. But then I promised you it was going to be all right. I told you how much I had loved riding my bike as a young woman, and how the wind felt through fabric. Suddenly there you were. You sat down, you leaned forward and put those little grasping claws on the handles, and you were off. And I remember thinking, just watching you tear over the sand. Look at her. She can do whatever she wants. Jodie reaches out and places a hand on the edge of my mask. And you can, Sable. I take a breath. I thank Jodie for the encouragement, and I tell her with a nod that I think I'm ready. I know you are. So let's get you started. You'll need to talk to Halal and Driss. Driss should already have made the arrangements for your bike, and Halal will share something, well, let's say as useful as it is fun. I think I might suspect what Jodie's saying, but I stay quiet. After that, I suppose we'll see you off. What if I choose the wrong path? I asked Jotty what will become of me if I choose the wrong path. There are no wrong paths, Sable, or right ones. I'll be glad if you choose to stay with the Ibexy, but, truth be told, I'll be glad no matter what, so long as you're happy. Whatever you decide, you do so with my blessing, so don't try using me as an excuse to come home early, eh? She knows me. Now go speak with Halal. I'll be there to see you off. And speak to Driss as well. I've told him to arrange your bike with Sizo, but you know how he is. I have something to give you, a compass to help you on your journey. It's the same one I used on my gliding, an artifact, you might say. I take the device in my palm. It fits naturally there, perfectly weighted and crafted. Each component slides together with incredibly satisfying precision. Thank you, Sonny. You are all over it. L1 is the compass button. So maybe this is like we're going walkabout. This is our like journey of discovery here. Sure is pretty, this game, isn't it? Oh, what is this thing over here? Logging in. Oh, this is the post box. Hello, Sable. No unread messages. Have a good day. All right, let's go talk to Halal about our bike. Hello, Halal. As I approach Halal, they give an enthusiastic wave. I've always appreciated Halal's verve and vigor, and on a day like this, I am ready to match it, with a touch of nerves for balance. Gliding stone. Sable, take this. Halal hands me a small round stone. As it nestles into my palm, I feel a warmth, not borrowed from Halal's hands, but emanating from within. I run my thumb over it and find it softly electric, like static on cloth. I try to sound less confused than I am, but I ask Halal what this is. Oh, Sable, you can't leave without it. What I've just given you is a gliding stone. What do you feel? I tell Halal what I feel. Then you're doing it right. What you feel is that stone, what you feel in that stone is openness. I look at the stone. It seems quite closed. Gliding stones are vessels for the perpetual. They suck up its power like little sponges and hold it there for you to channel. Right now it's empty or dormant and waiting for you to fill it up. I ask how I can do this. Take it to the temple ruins at the edge of the canyon. You'll be able to activate it there. I guess that's that sort of cave over there? Halal claps their hands twice and bobs a little. I appreciate their good mood at a time like this. Excuse me, come back to me once that's done. I want to hear all about it. As I'm about to leave, Halal stops me. I like Halal's mask, it's cool. Oh, you haven't gotten your bike yet, have you? It's a bit of a trek to the temple, so go see Driss. He was meant to get that ready for you, yes? I remember Jotty's words now and tell Halal I'll go and see Driss. Oh, so we have a quest. And the colors of this game, it's like so Arizona desert, these soft colors. All right, where is Driss? So I see some ruins-ish over there. And that round thing doesn't look natural. Oh, here's a creature. Ibex camp. Though I've told myself not to be too eager, it's all I can do not to race up to Driss. Driss is the camp manager. He's been difficult to get a hold of lately, but now I strongly suspect that he's been working on my bike in secret. Perhaps it's extra beautiful or has some custom feature. What will its name be, I wonder? How fast will it go? Will my legs feel sore or will I get used to it? Driss turns with a bit of a start. Sable! Hello. I asked Driss how he is. I'm well. I let it hang there a moment. But I can't do it. I'm too keen, and the words spill out. I asked Driss if he might, sort of, possibly, maybe, have a bike for me. Your bike! He yells it like it's an idea he's just had. Your bike! Yes, of course, right. Yes, your bike. That I was meant to... that I prepared for you. Because today is your... Driss nods along with me. Yes, of course, right. Yes, yes, I do have that. My blood runs cold. Has he forgotten? By which I mean I arranged it for you in a, well, it's sort of a tutorial for you. Yeah, this whole first part is clearly a tutorial for us. A tutorial? Yes, exactly. A learning experience. You see, Sable, before one can own their own bike, they must prove that they can ride a bike by taking a test ride on a different bike. I think about it and find I've never heard of that part of the gliding. But Driss does seem earnest. Sort of. So instead of worrying about your bike, I'd like you to try this bike as a test. Driss gestures to the sand cutter at his side. It's quite old and a little shabby. A tester, if ever I've seen one. I'll give it a go. Really? I mean, yes. I get the feeling Driss is stalling. Good. Be gentle, though. This sand cutter's older than Jotty. You treat her with respect. Now, ride the bike through that ring and back. And here's some advice for you, my young glider. Don't fall off. Slicing sands. When you're not riding it, your hover bike will appear as a blue icon on your compass. Okay. When I'm not riding it. Oh, look at it. Oh, I forgot. We got that other quest, too. Let's see. We got a lot of quests. The gliding stone and the ceremony. Okay, I wonder if we can ride our bike over to the other thing. Alright, let's see. R2 accelerate. Strafe. Are we going to be shouting? I mean shooting? Okay, now I can't see the... I can't see the blue ring. Well, we're not accelerating. We're not going very fast, that's for sure. Maybe we don't need to. Oh, look, there's a little house up there. I want to get off and explore, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. There's another boat turned upside down. Maybe this used to be a sea. I almost wiped out. I'm trying to put it back where I found it. How about that, Driss? I returned to Driss, who somehow manages to seem caught off guard despite knowing I was coming. Sable, congratulations. How was your first pre-glide ride? Any strange rattles, unexplained hissing, small fires? What do you mean fires? Surely you'd notice if you were on fire, even a little bit. Yes, absolutely. Well, obviously it didn't happen, so I think we're fine. Driss, is this bike dangerous? Well, he doesn't finish. Have you already been by Halal? Am I not getting a bike? Well, you're getting the use of this sand cutter. That's something, huh? You can borrow it to run your little errands. My little errands? And Halal's got something to show you, too. Help you out with more of that, mobility you're after. With my confidence in this exercise only lightly tarnished, I thank Driss very much for his help and his bike, and I depart for Halal. Well, I think Halal forgot about us. I mean, Driss forgot about us. And, I want to do that one. And, yeah, is now going to try to scrounge up a bike for us. So let's use our bike and go do that gliding stone one, I think. Alright, so it said, okay, so that's how we see our bike when we've forgotten where we left it, as I suspect we will be wont to do. Oh no, my stamina, it's leaving me. Ugh. There we go. Oh, look at this thing. Like a... I don't know what. Like a butterfly human something. Ooh. Very painted canyon. Yikes! Uh-oh, now we're in trouble. You know we're never going to be able to climb out of here with our current level of stamina. Stone thrums like the beat of a heart as I approach the altar. Am I afraid? Yes and no. I'm ready for Rohana to know me. I am ready to know myself. I feel her curiosity in this sacred place. I know I am in her sight. Those are some bright colors in what is a very muted color world. Ooh, goodness. What's happening? Ooh, okay. Maybe we got some more stamina, I hope. Wow. Ooh, it's giving us a lift. That's nice. Okay. Now our gliding stone is ready for whatever happens next. Whispering stone. Show Halal the activated gliding stone. Okay. How do I get out though? Glide. Press and hold. Oh, X to glide in midair. Oh, cool. Okay, so it's not a flying thing exactly, but press and hold. Yeah, I got that. Thank you, game. Not to be critical, I often miss instructions, so I'm happy to have some additional instruction. Alright, let's see. I think she needs to be up there. That kind of looks like where we're going, up top there, maybe. Alright, that's the trick. So you glide a little bit, and then you can climb the rest. I'll have to put it on my list. Oh, no, don't fall off, don't fall off. Oh, close one. Her jumping is like a low atmosphere kind of situation. Ugh. I'm pushing the X immediately. I'm probably not supposed to do that. All right, let's see. Okay. Hooray! We're back at the beginning with a new skill. I thought this game might be a little like Omno, but look a little like Omno, I guess, but so far not. Look at this creature. Looks like a balloon animal. It's a chum egg. Oh, I wonder. Offered up by chums when planting themselves into the ground, perfectly smooth and hard as a rock. These eggs seem to float with how light they are. There must be a good place to deliver these. Really? Oh, okay, so that's that thing that I thought looked like a little worm up in the upper right corner. Oh, look, that looks like, look at that little house way up there. Let's just try our straight climbing. Oh yeah, that's why I couldn't see it, because it was right above my head. Hey Dicron, yeah, this is a game called Sable that came out in 2021. kind of an exploration-y kind of thing. We just started it. We're actually still in the tutorial part, I think. Okay, well there's some... Oh, is that our house right there? Dang, but now I've left my bike behind. So I came all the way over here thinking we would discover something new, and, yeah. Oh, we got an atomic power supply. AC3, okay. Yeah, I have not played all the, I'm not a hardcore Assassin's Creed person. So I hope that atomic power core was worth the effort it's going to take us to get all the way back on foot to where we left our bike. Oh, there it is right there. Oh, hooray! It wasn't as far away as I thought. You might pick which up, Sunflower? The Assassin's Creed game? And I got off lucky on that one. I thought I was going to have to trudge all the way back. Alright, let's park the bike. I guess we have to leave it here. Wait, let's talk to him. Guess what? Driss asks me a series of increasingly strange questions before I make an excuse to take my leave. Uh-oh, I'm kind of worried about Driss. I'm worried about my good bike that I'm supposedly getting. Let's see, which one's this? When I return to Halal, it's clear they know what I've just experienced. They're excited on my behalf in a way that makes me miss them before I've even left. Isn't it incredible? How does it feel? Exciting, true freedom. I tell Halal that hovering is exciting, and I ramble for a moment about all the things I'll be able to do when I'm out there in the world. Look at this bush blowing around on the left here. Most of them involve me falling on my head and not getting hurt, but I'm sure I'll come up with more in practice. Right? You can do anything you want. Halal's mood doesn't darken, but the sigh they let out holds a bit of sorrow. You're very lucky, you know. I miss it so much, that feeling, just floating on the breeze. But I suppose it's best that it fades with age, Or else I might never have come back from my gliding. I'd just be out there, heaving myself into chasms. I'll heave myself into chasms for you. I tell Halal I'll throw myself into 1,000 chasms on their behalf, and they giggle. That's what I like to hear. I know people manage to keep it up, but I don't know that I've got the time to practice as much as they do. It takes a really serious focus. Halal laughs, even if there's a bit of regret in it. And I certainly haven't got that. Still, I suppose the gliding wouldn't mean much if it were all gains and no loss, huh? I think about that, but I decide that there is already too much loss on my mind to consider it much further. I'm saying goodbye to my clan, my family, my home, my childhood. To lose the perpetual is a sacrifice for another time. You're going to love it out there, Sable, even when you don't. My advice? Try to have fun. There's a lot to be said about ritual and independence and all of that out there, but the world's an easier place if you put joy first. Man, that's good advice for everyone, isn't it? I thank Halal for their advice and for their help and tell them I'll miss them. It'll be over before you know it. A warning and a reassurance all in one. I say goodbye to Halal. Before I go, Halal gestures towards the tower. It seems Sizo wishes to see me before I leave the clan. Or Sizzo. Wow, great view. He's checking his cell phone. Sizzo is an out-clanner to the Ibexi, but I've known her for nearly as long as I can recall, and I think of her more as a kind of distant relation than any sort of outsider. Machinists, I'm told, are given their posts, and by their training and their code, must go to where they are needed. But Sizzo has been among us for so long that it's almost easy to forget it's an assignment first and foremost, As far as any of us are concerned, she is one of us. I think there is a perception among the other clans that the Ibexi are quite insular, or that our designation of Ibexi versus outclanners suggests some nervous othering of those who are unlike us. But in practice, such things are more the result of our nomadic nature. We seek to know who will travel with us and who we must leave behind, but all are welcome to join. And I'm always pleased that Sizzo did. Sable, how do you do, clan child? I can only think of one thing. Sizzo has a throaty quality to her voice, and it rumbles through her mask when she laughs. She's quite a serious person most days, and I'm always torn between pride and alarm when I manage to make her chuckle. Yes, Johnny told me how excited you were. Sizzo sniffs. She also told me Driss would be coming along to get your bike together, but I think he may have. I knew it. What? Sizzo said. I hadn't meant to say that out loud, so I tell her I was just clearing my throat. I don't begrudge Driss his forgetfulness. Were I tasked with so many odds and ends, I might be just as scattered. And besides, this will be good for you. I want you to scavenge the hover bike parts yourself. Oh my goodness. Am I going to make my own hover bike? I ask Sizzo if I'm expected to make my own hover bike. No, you're not going to make your hover bike. You're going to build your hover bike. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. To make suggests you are creating something, but your bike already exists. They simply haven't taken form yet. Here, take this. Yeah, I know, that's what I would think. Sonny. Sizzo hands me something. This is a navigator. You can use it to mark waypoints on your compass. It should be useful in finding the old parts. I asked Sizzo where I might start looking. Our bikes are reborn in the ruined ships, in fragments spread apart. A good start would be the ship down there near the camp. You'll find another up on that great rock near the other side of the canyon. And another behind the old dam on the hill. Use your navigator to mark that down if you need. You'll need to gather a control panel, a power supply, and a calibrator. I tell Sizzo I'll see her soon, and I head off in search of the components. Together we will create something new out of the old. Let's go. Oh, who is this guy? Or girl? As she looks across the landscape, Zeki's shoulders sag a little. I wonder what she's thinking about. Zeki's voice is weakly incredulous. I don't know how she's done it. That's Ilaria over there. What? Up there? I follow her gaze to a little speck in the distance, which I now understand is her daughter, Ilaria. See those? Some people up there. Do you want me to get her back? Zeki shakes her head. No, she's fine, and I'll get her. She shrugs. Parenting. We know that feeling, those of us who are parents, don't we? And I suppose I'll know more about that when I'm older. All right. All right. Let's go. A spaceship. I got all those wooden hull ships laying around here. I assume that was the kind of ship we were talking about. Oh, look, it looks like there's somebody in here. Oh, no. Not. How cool is this? There's nothing of use to be found in the ship, but I notice a blinking light flashing on the dashboard of the cockpit. A voice crackles from the machinery in front of me. It sounds like a recording. It's barely audible. Stop messing about with those buttons, you absolute idiot. Ouch. Sorry, Ramen. Concentrate. I don't think I have to remind you how much work it was to get this far. We're almost there. All right, let's see if what that old machinist told us holds up. If not, there'll be hell to pay. I hear the sound of mechanical adjustments being made. 3 clicks. Buttons being pressed, perhaps? Okay, when I push this orange thing, pull that lever hard. Yes, Ramen. The sound of a click and a loud grunt before a snapping sound. Oh, on Rohana's mask, not that hard. You've torn it out. Suddenly, the speakers are filled with static and a low rumble that gradually increases in pitch. And then the sound of someone cheering. It worked! We're flying! More cheering. Is that the sound of someone dancing? Okay, let's focus. This thing is moving fast. We need to slow it down a bit. Well, since they crashed, I guess somehow that didn't happen. How do we do that, Ramen? Let me check the machinist's notes. A long pause. The rumbling static sound that started playing when the ship took off is still increasing in pitch. Ramen? That lever, Toma, the one you just ripped out? We're going too fast. We're gonna crash. We need to try to... The recording cuts off there. Yikes, man. Yikes. Alright, we gotta find this part we're looking for. That was pretty freaky. Oh, cutscene. Saima, are you looking for a calibrator? I am. I'm immediately on guard. Saima has always been a mischief maker and taken tremendous pleasure in tormenting me. In theory, I am older, more experienced, and should be more able to withstand it. In practice, you won't find it here. I've hidden it. You'll never find it. Never, never. She never fails to get me. Saima, really? I decide to be gentle and I ask her, may I please have it? May I please have it? She mimics me terribly, all high and screechy. Despite my best efforts, I cede. Oh well, too bad. Maybe you'll find it on your own, but I don't think so. Saima laughs off my irritation, but I am not going to give her the satisfaction. I cross my arms and try to effect a change. I'll give you the calibrator. I put out my hand, proud of myself for standing tall before Saima. If you give me some beetles. That's a fair trade, isn't it? Something you want for something I want? I try to decide if it's more mature to push her over and steal the calibrator or to acquiesce. But then I simply stifle a sigh, and shake her little hand. Perhaps some of the adults I know in the camp know where I can find some. All right, a beetle detour. So we are going to be running around a lot, it seems like. Look, this looks like a little vending under here or something, doesn't it? I keep seeing stuff that I haven't seen before. Why is that? Oh, look at this bike. Maybe this is where we're going to come fix up our bike after we have the parts. Cool. Alrighty. I could ask about catching beetles for that awful little Saima. There's a nest of beetles just east of here. You can't just walk up to one and catch it, though. There's some seeds growing on the rocks around the nest. Drop a seed on the floor and the beetle will start eating it. And then you can sneak up and grab it. Okay. Gather beetles. Alright, let me get my bike back. Yeah, look at the beetles. Okay. So there's something about seeds we have to pick up and then grab them when they... So let's try that. See if we can climb up. There we go. Alrighty. He sees me. He's like, yeah, nope. Oh, wait, maybe he's creeping his way around. Got him! And I got a trophy called Got Your Nose. Oh, here comes one. Oh no. Oh no. Go on, little buddy. Okay. Yellow elephant beetle. Okay. Alright, so 2 down, 1 to go. Got him! Yay! She likes to play in the cave underneath the camp. Well, she better be giving us our thing we need, let me just say. I'm not loving little Sima too much. Sima, you little pain in my butt. Guess what? I got beetles for you. Aren't you she? Why can't I talk to you? I feel embarrassingly vindicated as I hand Sima the beetles, but rather than gloat, she hands me the calibrator and begins to cry. What have I done? You're leaving, and you'll never come back. Oh, that's why she didn't. Okay. She blows her nose and wipes her hands on her tunic. Yara never came back after the last gliding. Aren't you sad? You were her friend. There's been a letter here and there, but it's always to us rather than to me. I'm not bitter, but I hope not to be like that. Please don't go. I tell Simon not to worry, that I'll be back sooner than she knows. And I'm sure she pouts behind the mask. And I add that if I'm not back sooner than she knows, then she will be ready for her gliding by then, and she can come bother me herself. Promise? I say yes. Good. Then I suppose I can come see you off. I thank her, and I say goodbye for now. All right, we got that one. Now we got to get the control panel, which I think is on the dam. Let's see how far up here we can get this old rattly bike to go. Cool. Might have could have ridden it all the way up in here. Like old wooden ships and then that sort of spaceship looking ship all in the same place. The desert hides everything. It's really pretty. Alright, where is this thing we're looking for? Ooh. I feel as though we were probably not supposed to push that button. Wowzers. What is the thing we're looking for now? The actuator or some word like that? Control panel. Oh, we already got the other thing. Yeah, don't climb on that. I'm so pessimistic. Look at this situation. Alrighty. Very cool. Maybe we should go down here and check these things out first. Oh. Okay. Slight amount of puzzling. Cool. Wow, look at this place. Neato. What is it? What was it? What are its secrets? We'll never know. Alright, this is gonna be cool. Wah! Or not. I return to Sizzo with the parts, and it's as she waves me over that I feel a pang of sadness in my chest. When will I see her again once I'm gone? Well done, Sable. Yes, this is everything we need. Are you ready to assemble a bike of your own? I am ready. Sizzo relaxes in the workshop. It isn't that she's particularly rigid or anxious ordinarily, but there's a certain calm beauty that one only truly appreciates when Sizzo is in her element. I wonder if it's this way for all machinists. What you must understand, Sable, is that the components you acquired, they fit together. Not by chance, not by effort, but by nature. They belong to her. They have always belonged to her. All we are doing is assembling her from what she has already been. I nod and feel a soft buzzing in my ears. Among my clan, we believe that machines have names, held for ages like deep secrets unheard by those unequipped to listen. We will find this one's name together. Cool. Assemble the machine. Okay. Where are we going with them? Oh, wait, there was that little sort of... Wait, what happened to that little sort of bike that was sitting here? Oh, right here. Well, that doesn't seem to... Oh, over here. Something's happening over here. Gliding bike front. Oh, that's not it. Gliding bike booster. Perfect. And finally, the power cell. Gliding bike wings. Man, we're getting our fancy bike. Okay. We got the Moon achievement. Ooh, look at this fancy piece of equipment we're getting. Woohoo! Speak to Sizzo. Listen. Sizzo tilts her head a moment, leaning closer to... Oh, Moon is the name of our bike? I don't like that too much. All at once, I know the hoverbike's name, Moon. I say it in a whisper to let Sizzo know. Moon. Well done, Sable. I asked Sizzo what sort of name it is, and if it speaks to any particular clan or culture. If it does, then I do not know it. Perhaps you will find out on your journey. Sizzo shrugs mostly to herself. Or perhaps you won't. But I hardly think it matters. You are bonded, all the same. I tell Moon that I am eager to know her better, and Sizzo looks quite proudly at the both of us. You are ready, then, for the gliding. May all the gods turn their faces from you, Sable. Yeah, that is kind of an odd blessing. An odd blessing, perhaps, but Sizzo is prone to such things, and I can read in her tone that it was meant quite sweetly. You must learn to listen to Moon, to care for her. Seek out my fellow machinists on your travels, Sable. They will teach you the art of machine whispering. We got a machine badge. Oh, and here, take this. It's a machinist badge. You'll meet plenty of my ilk on your gliding. Show them your worth, and they will give you more badges. I thank Sizzo twice for good measure, and I give a bow. I am ready. I should speak to Jotty about the final gliding ceremony. Yeah, too bad I can't hop on here yet, looks like. Alright, let's go talk to Jotty. Guess what, Jotty? I'm all ready. Sable, that cartographer landed his balloon while you were away. Really? Where is it? You should go speak to him. See if you can't get a map. I nod and begin to go, but Jotty gestures me back and puts something in my hand. Here's some money to get you going on your journey. Use it mostly wisely, and then a little unwisely when the mood strikes. It's good to know the value of money, but you never want to be ruled by it. I thank Jotty effusively and head out on my way. Purveyor and surveyor. Okay, thank you, Jotty. I should buy a map from the cartographer Jourdan. Where is he? I want to use my new bike. Oh, is that him right there? Wow, we made it almost the whole way. That is some seriously good gliding. Ilaria, the balloon was more fun than the person in it. This cool looking guy. I approached the cartographer. Ah, greetings, child. I saw you looking longingly at my great balloon. Quite a piece of work, isn't she? I nod enthusiastically. It really is an impressive vessel. However nervous I get imagining being up there all alone. I wonder if anyone has ever fallen off of one. Best not to ask right now. Well, good to meet you, and oh, I should introduce myself. I am Jourdan. I tell him I'm Sable. Suppose if you've come all this way to see me, it's probably a map you're after, eh, Sable? I would love a map. Of course you would. That'll be 50 cuts. 50? I'll buy that map. Perfect, let's trade. A map of the Ewer sold by members of the Cartographer Guild. So we're going to get a bunch of maps. Cool. Confirm. Okay. Oh, it looks like we can sell things too. I thank Jourdan for the Ewer map and all its vast possibilities. Something about this makes it feel more real. Good luck on your gliding, Sable. I still remember mine. I asked how it was. Short. I knew since I was a boy that cartography was for me, but I spent a little extra time out there just to enjoy the world. Seems like a cartographer would spend all their time out there. Speaking of, keep an eye on the skies, eh? Plenty of my colleagues out there, and they'll have more maps to sell you, from Hakoa to the Sodic Waste. I thank Jourdan for the tip, and I say goodbye. Farewell, child. Okay, I've unlocked a piece of the map. Navigate to the map screen in the pause menu. Once you have visited a place, you can fast travel using the map screen, and your hover bike will also travel. That's pretty cool. Can we go in? No. Alright, thank you, I get it. Alright, in the pause screen. So here's Ibex Camp. Is that the map we just bought? I thought we'd have more. Hey Lucy, thank you so very much for the sub, my friend. I really appreciate it. I hope you are doing well. Alright. Oh wait, I just talked to her. Ilaria, that little... Children have no fear. Well, I just talked to her. She seems like she's fine. Let's go tell Jotty we got the map. Whoops. I return to Jotty with a new lightness, and it makes the weight of my departure feel heavier still. What a strange day. Like we might just get out in the world on today's stream. Sable, is that a badge you've got there? Sizzo gave it to me. I tell Jotty that Sizzo gave me the badge. Then you must have earned it. Well done. I give a bow of thanks. Well, Sable, if you keep this up, you'll be headed for the Mask Caster in no time. I try to think about going to a Mask Caster, but it seems impossibly far away. Imagine choosing what I want to be. Imagine choosing what I want to be forever. I know what you're thinking, but don't worry about it. You'll get plenty of badges when you're out there, and once you've got 3 alike, you can trade it in for that mask. But don't feel like your first mask is your final choice. The gliding is all about freedom and exploration. I suggest you claim as many masks as you wish. Only at your final ceremony will you be asked to choose one. You'll have to feel it out, but when you know, you'll know. Now, the tone of her now puts the butterflies back in my stomach. With all of this done, there is only one thing left. It's time, isn't it? Time to walk through the face door at the Temple of Rohana. There you'll assemble your gliding mask and go. There are things I wish to convey to Jati here, depths of love and gratitude and fear and worry and hope. And though I find myself unable to speak any of it in words, I know she understands. Before you leave, child, I made you these. Oh, look, new clothes. They are dyed with the traditional Ibexii maroon, and I hope provide you great comfort out in the desert. When you leave today, you will no longer be Sable, clan child of the Ibexii. You will simply be Sable, and the rest will come. But no matter what you are, no matter where your journey takes you, I will always know you, and I will always love you. And I will see you again. I don't know where my journey will end, but I know where it must begin, and I am ready. Oh, hugs. Hugs, JD. Okay. Do we have to go get our bike we made, or... I should head to the temple to begin my gliding. Wait, where's my mappy thing? Oh, wait, it was on there. Of course. Gate, okay, right here. Oh, we got ads running, you guys. I think I'm just gonna blaze through. I'm very sorry if you don't have a sub and you're gonna get caught, but unfortunately, that's what we have to do on Twitch. I like to run all my ads all together, so we just have one big blob of them, but it does make them kind of long. It's pretty cool. It's interesting. I love the art style of it. Hey, Albin, how are you? Yeah, it's really cool. I think it's, open world. We're just about to go out. We're just about to finish our tutorial. Clearly, I probably wasn't quite ready to be finished yet. Suki, oh, I see. We're putting these parts together. Would you mind to give Sazzy and Albin? Oh, thank you. Thank you, my friend. Okay, so we got to get on all of these, I guess, to put this statue together. And this is the final part of the ceremony. It's called the gliding in this universe. And this is the last part, and then she's going to venture out into the world. Cthulhu vibe to it. Yeah, I watched Daco played it quite a bit, and I watched him. I thought it looked really neat. Alrighty. Yeah, I think that's what would happen to me, Albin. I think it seems like a cool idea, but I think I'd want to have a base. Ooh, look at this. Some bright colors in our very pale muted colors. This is kind of like when we got our gliding stone activated. Okay. What are you guys with your little mask faces? Let's just go. Oh, look, here's one's going to talk to us. All right, here we go. Ibexii mask. The quest, the ceremony. Oh, now we got to return to the camp. All right, we're still not getting out. I'm glad to make it out of this part in the not that we've quite done it yet, but in this stream. Hello, Sable. Jati's voice echoes strangely through the machine, yet still it warms me. Well, Sable, this is it. By the time you hear this, we will have gone. Oh my goodness, everyone's gone? The gliding is a journey that must begin alone. There is a certain nuance lost in transmission, and for that I am grateful. It would be far too much to hear the cracks in her voice and not run weepily into her arms to stay forever. But I'm ready, and so I close my eyes and I listen. But though you go by yourself, you are not without friends. You are not without family. You are not without love. These things you will always carry with you as you do your mask. And I know I'm not supposed to do this, but if I were you, I might go see Utarii. They're the machinist at Burnt Oak Station and among Sizzo's closest friends. Utarii is a good contact to have on one's gliding, and a fine way to get another machinist badge if you're so inclined. Only a suggestion, though. As for us, I'll send another message once we've returned to the Ewer. So keep an eye on the post boxes and try not to forget us. She takes a long breath, and I forget that things as easy as breathing could ever exist. The world is waiting, Sable. Good luck. Wow, so all the people have left while we were in there having that experience. Or maybe not. Look, maybe that's Sizzo, or maybe that's us. I don't know. Thank you, Suki. Okay, so we're having this cutscene, but in the background... Anzon, thank you. Look at this thing. Ooh, baby. Well, it's a lot quieter than the old Rattletrap one we were driving in. Let's go through the ring. Whoa! And out into the world. Okay, I think that was the tutorial section. And now we should be in the real game. Here we go. Cutscene time. Is the gate gonna close behind us, telling us we can never go back? Okay, so we're launched. Cool. Let's go up this thing. See what we see. I do wish you could call your bike to you. Like, you know, your horse. Yeah, exactly. I'll have it beat up in no time. Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's a good comparison. All right, we got another chum egg. Now we have two. We don't know what we're doing with the chum eggs yet, but we're glad to have it. All right, let's see. What is our trail up to this balloonist? I know it's a cartographer's balloon. That's why we're coming up. Zahn loves that game. He plays that a lot. Hello, cartographer friend. Is this a hookah on the ground? I greet the cartographer shyly, a little cowed by how alone we are up here and how intimate that sometimes feels, despite it being so much a part of my gliding. She responds with what sounds like a warm smile. Hello there, glider. Thanks for taking the time to climb all the way up here. Surveying gets a little lonely sometimes, you know. I tell her I do, given how lonely I can get on the sand sometimes. I hope Simoon doesn't hear. So then, what is it you need? If there's anything worth a look nearby, she chuckles to herself. Of course. You don't think I'm standing up here for nothing, do you? Have you been to the Great Wind Tower yet? Get up there and you can see for ages. And Burnt Oak Station is close by as well. You'll never guess why it's called that. I think about it, but she goes on before I can shout out my prediction. And if you're a fan of insects, there's a gigantic Hercules beetle nest nearby. You know, rumor has it that they can lift 100 times their own body weight. So I guess we're going to be discovering insects too. Can I help you, glider? I ask which other regions are nearby. Glad you asked. Head south if you wish to see the white sands of the Wash. West you'll find Red Sea and its myriad secrets. And to the east are the salt plains of the Waste. Okay, now we'll buy a map from her. Of course. Sand Sea map or cartographer's badge. Oh, huh. Well, I don't want to buy both, do I? Alright, we'll take it. What do we know? What do we know about our money yet, right? Thanks, Glider. Goodbye. I'm definitely going to try it. I just haven't had an opportunity yet. That's pretty close. Actually, seeing how this is, we could just have ridden our bike up here, huh? I guess let's do that. Well, let's go see. I always make things too complicated. Hey man, could you winch my bike up here? The machinist looks me over. Oh, this is the machinist we're supposed to meet. You're late. For what? I've never met you in my life. For our meeting one another. You ought to have come here sooner. I asked the machinist how they know me. I do not know you. Not yet. Perplexed, I wait for them to explain themselves, but they seem to wait for the same. Briefly, I feel a hint of shame as I remember times I have been late among the Ibexii, things I might have slipped up in doing. But I dismiss my doubts as I recall that I have no idea who this strange machinist is. I ask them. My name is Utari. Of immediate relevance to you is that I am a friend of Sizzo. I ask them if Sizzo alerted them to my impending arrival. Perhaps she looks out for me and sets waypoints and oases through my gliding. A comforting thought. No, 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 it was your hover bike. I heard it for the first time months ago, and I felt the shape of its voice, of her voice. Sorry. I tell Utari that it was not Simoon they heard, for Sizzo and I only built her a few days hence. They wave their hands at me in a hurried dismissal. Did Sizzo teach you so little? The voices of our machines are eternal, more ancient than even their forms. I hear them, as I always have, and yours, I thought would revisit me sooner, but here we are. Now let us speak of why you have come. Our needs converge atop the wind tower. Something has stopped the tower working. I was hours away from going to see it for myself, but you and Simoon came after all. Go there, mend what is broken or soothe what is hurt, and I will give you what you seek. I ask Utari if they know what I seek. I omit that I might not. A direction. I will be waiting for you. Travel swiftly and safely. I say goodbye to Utari. Oh. Oh look, now my bike magically came up here. So before we do that, because we're going to end on that note, look at these bikes. Very cool. I want this one. That's like a chopper. We're going to look around the camp, and then we'll sign off for the day. Undoubtedly my favorite fruit, the first thing I would ask for when passing traveling merchants with the Ibexia. So I wonder if we're going to have to eat. Look at this guy. He's just chilling by the fire. Mail. Let's see if we got any mail. Hello, Sable. Aww. No messages. So sad. Look at this dude. Very cool. He looked like a merchant, didn't he? And his name is... Oh, Bobby. I thought his name was Bob. Glider, welcome. Come view my wares. It's very cool, isn't it, Elbin? I would like to trade with you. Oh, where can I get a merchant's badge? Merchants aren't liable to just give out badges freely. Your best bet there is to head to Ecria. There's a big market in town there worth trying to Iria's attention. Trying to get Iria's attention. If you want to get yourself some merchant badges. Be careful how you do it, mind. She's not the friendliest customer. See you soon. Tell me about this camp. This is one of many beetle tent stations around Midden, named after that big old burnt tree over there. Not sure what species an oak is, mind. There's plenty of characters passing through here. They're all worth a bother if you're on your gliding. Never know what badges and masks you might pick up. Don't be shy. Chat to the tent owners, interrogate the machinists, and any other people you see around. There's also the scrapper's yard just below the big crane over there. There's a lazy scrapper down there who will make finding scraps worth your time. See you soon. Who is this? Hookah smoking caterpillar. The mask caster sits, unmoving, silent. I can't tell if the mask caster is human or something else. I've heard about mask casters in stories about glidings before. Gliders should collect 3 badges of a set and bring them to the caster, from whom the mask shall be cast. I should look for more badges. I leave the mask caster. Okay.